All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name is Anum, and every Monday through Friday we get together right here on YouTube and we try to build ourselves a business which is going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. And for today, I thought we were going to. What I think we're going to do, or actually what I know we're going to do, is we're going to head on to our application here, Pixel Pieces. And what we need to do is actually let me go on to actually the site here. So this is our application. This is Pixel Pieces. This is our Webflow template and component library where people can join in and become a member for $249 all time. It's a one-time fee to have access to all of our components now and into the future, and our templates as well too. And what we need to do is, like, I'm making a lot of layout sections, and we want to be able to have, or we want to be able to give users the ability to filter through the different components that are on display here, especially if they just go, if they just hit all components and then you just have a whole stream of a whole whack of components, right? You want to be able to filter them out based on whatever different parameters you want to. So, or at least the ones that were going to be made available. So I figured we will start to implement that today. And I think the first thing that we need to do before we even think about how that's going to happen programmatically, we need to figure out how that's going to look like through the UI itself. So I figured this would be a good thing to do in Figma. And what I have here, we have this initial, I think this is the, what is it called? This is the project or whatever, the Figma file that I used to kind of create this homepage. And this is a screenshot as well that's being used on the Pixel Pieces homepage. But I figured this would be a good thing to use just as a place where we can kind of figure out what this filtering is going to look like and what it should look like. So, I mean, we're pretty similar to what the home page itself looks like right here. Of course, this is, we could zoom in a little bit here to maybe, if you guys could see it a little bit better. But we need to put in the ability to filter components somewhere here. And how should that look like? And how should that operate and behave? So I created this here, and let's just kind of think about it. So there's a few things that we need that we need to think about, and maybe what we can do is, I guess we can just very quickly, we can open up a Word document, and we could just start typing, or we just start talking about our the functionality that we're looking for, right? Filter. Functionality. So I don't have this font anymore. I need to go here. Oh, I need to be for everything here. Okay. I think this graphic has lots of different fonts. Where do we... Not super bold, just regular bold is fine. Okay, so whatever, we want our filtering functionality. So, all right, so we need to give our users the ability to filter through all components. Okay, so how... So what's the how behind this? Or maybe just how. So, okay. So they need to be able to filter by, I guess filter by form, right? So why did this change font? How did that happen? Filter by form. And what I mean by that is what it contains, right? So does it contain like a button, an icon, an image, a video? I mean, there could be all kinds of things. Now I'm going to draw a blank, like say form, whether it has like tabs or whether it has a slider. What could be other things? I guess like a gallery, I guess too. Yeah, but I don't know if you really want to filter by that. Anyways, we don't need to think about every single one right now, but just kind of, let's just say, likely more, which would put the ... there. Okay, so we need to filter by maybe like element, maybe a better way. Filter by I think layout, I think is going to be important, right? And whether like the alignment of text, and that could be, you know, left, which is your kind of your default. It could be right aligned. Center, I mean, right aligned is not going to be very many stuff that's going to be right aligned, but and then alignment of images. Actually, this is going to be the kind of the same thing for images and as well as videos as well too, right? Because whether you have an image, it's basically like a media placeholder, right? So alignment of text, images. Actually, we'll keep them separate because those are a little bit different. Of images / video, right? There it goes again, changing the text. How does it do that? Alignment of images / video. Look at that. The text did just change. And this is going to be the same thing. Whoops, right and center. And then we could have a filter by functionality, I think, too. Kevin, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. How you doing today? Good to see you, as always. Hope everything is going well. We're just thinking about filtering here, how we need to be able to create some type of filter, and we're just going to play around with the UI for it, and we're just going to kind of build up what it should look like, and then we'll figure out how to actually make it functional. One thing at a time. Actually, I'm not too worried about it because it's going to be pretty straightforward. Well, I mean, there's like a, what is it? Not a plugin, but there's a FinSuite attribute for filtering, so it's going to be pretty handy. We'll use that, I'm pretty sure. Filtering, yeah. So filtering by functionality. There's not much to say. I guess we can have functionality whether it has what is it, like interactions? Does it have interactions? And I think maybe another one, but we're not going to have it now that I'm just thinking about it. If it has attributes by FinSuite, right? So if it has those attributes, then, oh, I know why it's defaulting to this font is because this graphic font that's trial doesn't have all the characters. When you hit a different character, it goes back to a different font. I need to buy this font. Because that's going to be my go-to font of choice since we don't have Adobe anymore and we're not paying subscription fees for Adobe, so we have to get a new font. And Graphic is basically the closest font to Articulate, which is what Pixel and Pixel Pieces is using or was using. Is there anything else? Filter by functionality, interactions, attributes. I mean, do you want to say forms? No, we already have that here, filter by elements. If there's a form in a specific component, then we'll have that in there already. Okay, we got a filter by layout. Oh, I know. I was working on this morning as well too. So the number of columns. So that's important as well, especially when you're looking at the layout components. What else do we need to filter by? What else? Oh, right. we can filter whether it's free versus pro. So there could be a little toggle for that. Again, with this stupid thing. And if we take a look at, let's take a look at this. If we just think about going through our components now. So here we filter, by the layout, image, logo, filter if it has a logo. Yeah. Whether it's full screen. No, that seems kind of silly. Center lined. A number of columns. I've been going out like yesterday and all today. I was redoing kind of all these screenshots and redoing everything in Figma. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know when that's all going to be ready, but to have all that stuff and to be able to have a Figma file so that you can download all the, whatever, the Figma, what is it even called? I don't even know what to call, like the assets or whatever. Anyways, the whole file will be available along with all the components as well too. So I'm looking forward to that. Have over them, which I kind of probably should. I think, Kevin, I think you were saying this too at the start too, is probably should have made it so that I had them both ready to go at the start, but you live and learn. So yeah, sorting by number of columns. Sorry, UI elements. That's already going to be a component category as is. Portals, banners, layouts. Yeah, I think that we're covering things pretty close here. Why aren't more components, but yet why isn't this filling out the last two here? Oh, that's strange. 158. So there should be 100 here. It starts at layout 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, interesting. Very strange. Oh, 50. Yeah, you're going to have 48 for 950. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like that's a pretty good list. Okay, so let's put this list now into an actual filter form or field or whatever. Let's see. How should we do this? I think let's go back here again to just have a quick look. So here's what we have now. So right off the bat, I'm thinking when you're right here on the top right corner, top left corner of the screen, to have a button here that just says filter, and to be able to have something that'll show up, basically like a drop-down menu. Or do we want to have that always seen and visible? I think if it's always seen and visible, it's going to take away from the actual display of the components. Because I'm looking, let's go here just for a second. Because if we go to components here, so this filter here is always visible. So imagine if you have different filtering through here, right? Whether it's, we'll have another column for like layout, another column for like what contains within that component, like whether it has a button or what have you. I don't think that we want to have them all visible, because it just takes up so much space. And this is wrong as well, viewing 100 of 100 components. There should be 100 of the total number of components. What is that actually? Let me take a look at this here just for a quick second. This is going to be, let's look at settings here. That's the items. That's the total items of, right, what's in the collection. So, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Webflow only limits you to displaying the first 100 items in a collection. And after that, it needs to be paginated. That's probably what's going on there. So we'll have to we'll have to do something fancy to fix that problem. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Minor thing. Okay, so what we need to do now is, we need to figure out a nice UI for this. So off the top of my head, it's creating some type of button. So what we would have is, where would we put it? So there was a line. Let's make a line here. Let's go here to, I guess, at the edge. And let's just give this a color of this. So just so we can kind of make it look like it's what it looks like right now. And then we have this here at the bottom. So we could have Kevin, I think you're right. You can check out FinSuite's free pagination options, which are really powerful. So they might do some things too that will, would it do like a lazy load or what have you? Anyways, I will check it out to see what they can do, because if we can get that number straight up in terms of how many items are in a collection, that would be fantastic. Because the way that it's programmed right now, that's the element which FinSuite takes and sticks in the number that it sees once the DOM's loaded or whatever, or once whatever an action's taken, once you're actually filtering. So we don't want to change that, because we need to be able to get, that number needs to do both. It needs to load up all of them initially, and then it needs to be able to change based on what selections you make in the filtering, in the filter form. All right, so I'll have a look and we'll see what can be done there. Because it would probably be combining the filter plus the pagination. Okay, so let's see. Right off the bat, I'm just thinking very quickly. So if we do something here, let's just make a button for now. Just a regular button. Shift A. And I don't know, let's just give it a background of white. That doesn't even look that promising right there, but maybe something like this. Let's see. This is just filter button. Look at this text again. What color are we? We're black. Where's our library? Whoop. Whoa. Oh, this has the old style. Oh, God, I need to update this. I need to work on one Figma file, because all my libraries are they're all different and at different states with each project. So that's not good. And maybe let's throw in, can we throw in a quick stroke? I don't know how that'll look like. Anyways, let's not worry about too much about what this looks like. Would we put the button beside here? Or should it say filter, or should it even have the filter icon? There's lots of things that we can do. I like our traditional blue button, but I don't want that to be confused with all the other blue that you're going to see like within each of the images, right? So that's kind of, anyways, yeah, we'll figure out what the button should look like later. But so you have this, and then you click this filter button, and then that's when we get, let me just throw this header stuff here. Get this kind of in order. Then we'll have another thing where it has, whoops, I don't want to do that. Where you'll have the different ways that you can filter. And how do we want to do this? All right. All right, so I think we're probably going to have a combination of like checkboxes and selections, right? So, So can we go here? Inputs, checkboxes, and radios. Right, can I copy this and bring it in here? Looks like I can. So if I, oh, no. I just want to input just one. Let's see, what do I do? Right, a component insert, right. And then we'll say, whatever, text align left. Can I change the font of this? Because this is too big. Anyway, okay, hang on. Let's change it in a minute here. So that's one. Where is this? Oh, it's all the way out here. Why is it in there? Weird. Okay. If I copy and paste the second one, then I could go text align center. And then a third one. Which would say text align right. This radio, let's make this one selected because that's kind of the default. Well, actually, I shouldn't. No, we're not going to have a default because everything is going to be not selected because you're not filtering at all, right? So this is what you want to filter. But I guess we'll just have it here so we can just show what it should look like, or what it will look like when someone, clicks on one, right? That makes sense. So this right here, I want to throw you in a group. Is that Shift G? Nope, it's Alt G, I think. Nope, Control G. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is layout. So these guys, I want to put you in a frame. So radio option group. And yeah, okay. So we need to, all of this stuff is going to go in a nice, huge kind of, I don't know, it's going to be aligned in some kind of big like white background thing that's going to kind of pop up when you click on the filter button. So we'll get to that in a second. I want to try on here. Can I? Yeah, I want to lower this font here. Okay, perfect. Let's take a look. What's the color? We need to change the color. There we go. And then the one that's actually selected, we'll just make that 900. There we go. So, and then we could have this a title here. This is text alignment. And then let's put that in a group text layout. And so we have that here. So what's this looking like, guys? Is this looking like it's going in the right direction, like having a filter and have everything in a drop down? Because I think if we try to put it all up here, it might get messy. Well, not that it would get messy, but it would be it'd be a lot, right? Because we're going to have lots of different things for people to be able to filter by. I mean, there could be some things that we could use. We could use like a pill. So as an example, let's see what else we got here. I think we got, where are our, the pills? Where are they? Maybe they're not here. They're not here. So where are they? They're probably, they're not going to be in here because this is what we're working on now. Where did we do our UI stuff? Components, style guide. I'm trying to think now. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of where we have like all these UI elements that we have, because we do have our toggles. Where are our toggles? Let's go application UI. We have these toggles. I know we did these in Figma somewhere. So we need to, I want to find them so I don't have to redo them. But anyways, we could have toggles like that on, whoops, where do we want to go? We could have them here on the side as well. You know, this is, there's something about the way that this text looks like. It's just really bothering me. Maybe, I don't know if it's just the way that the word is. Maybe something like that looks a little bit better. Let's move this out of the way here for a second. Like if we had a toggle for free versus paid. I don't know. I want to keep the interface as clean as possible though. if you know my style is super, super clean and minimal. So if we have this layout, that's the text layout. Let's duplicate that. And then we have image and video alignment. I don't know if this thing had a fixed size. Does this have a fixed size? It does. Right. So this one would have image and video align left. Then the same thing for this. I wish there was a way to combine these. I don't think there is. Okay. So that's layout. One last thing. Is there any other layout options besides alignment of text and image and then the number of columns? I can't think of anything. I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't think of anything right now. All right, so we have text layout. No, this is image, video layout. Alluri or Leo, welcome. How's it going, man? Good to see you. How you doing today? Let's copy, let's paste that one. And then the last layout is just be number of columns. And then this one is not going to be a radio, right? This one's going to be a checkbox. Because it's not an either or. You can, that's actually a really good point. Do we want people to be able to to filter by more than one? Like if someone says, "Oh, give me text align center," then give me text align left also, and then text align right. But then that's just like everything. Oh, that's a good question. Because also, if you do a radial selection, then when a user selects one, you can't unselect a radio, which is kind of annoying. So maybe these all have to be checkboxes. Yeah, I don't know though. Yeah, thank you. No, always great to have you guys on the stream. Much appreciated. But yeah, what should we do? Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to sit with that for a second. Why don't we think about that? Let's go at least here and let's go grab our checkboxes and let's bring them into here. Again, we got that selected, so let's paste them out here, which is perfect. And we're just gonna go right here and move these down to 14. Well, yeah, that's going to make more sense. And I actually think if we go to all of these, maybe we want to make the height a little bit smaller. Yeah, 24. That's actually nice. Let's do that for this as well. All right. Yeah, Leo, I don't know how you manage having like multiple accounts. That seems like a nightmare to manage, but but yeah, back again for another brother episode for a bother episode. I'm not sure what that word means. Maybe you mistyped that. But anyways, yeah, back for another episode every day, Monday through Friday. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere until we make our $1 million. Oh, these ones didn't change. Let's go to 24. And this one as well. Let's go 24. And then to this group, let's make it 0. Then we got to do the same thing for here. Distance 0. And 24 for all this one. Oh, yeah, back for another episode. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, hello to all the people watching in the future when we get to $1 million business. Yep. We'll get there. And then imagine what it's going to be like when we get to 10 million. But 1 million at a time. We'll get to the first million. I think the first million is going to be the hardest. Then when we get to 10 million, I think that's going to be a little bit easier. And then getting to 100 million, that's going to be like a whole nother leap beyond the 10 million. I think that's going to be the hardest leap. And then there's going to be the leap to 1 billion. So that'll probably be the final one. That'll be the final live stream once we get to $1 billion. $1 billion is insane. I can't even imagine thinking about making that much money or being worth that much money. It's like an unimaginable amount of money. I'm like, what are you going to do with it? I mean, I don't know. I guess if I was a super billionaire, what would I buy? Oh man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do. If I had almost unlimited money, I think the first thing I would do is I'd probably buy Disney. I would buy Disney and then make them make good Star Wars again. That's like the number one thing. I wish we can have good Star Wars. That's just simple. That's all I want. Okay. Now I'm thinking, now I got Star Wars on my mind. Okay, where are we? Text, image, right, and this is columns. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking if it needs to be checkboxes or selections or radial selections for the different text alignments. Like, it makes no sense to me as a user why you'd want to select both left and right alignment. That would just be weird. Because the idea behind using a filter is it's you know what you want, filter out all the crap that I don't want, and then get me to the component, and then I could just copy and paste that into my project. So yeah, I think it's fine the way it is. True. If you had $1 billion, you would have everything. I think that would be boring. Well, let's just put it this way. I would rather have $1 billion than not have $1 billion. I'd rather risk being bored and being super rich than not having any money at all. But yeah, I mean, I think the thing is it depends on the type of person you are and what does money do? Because it's not the pursuit of money itself that's the end game, right? It's what money allows you to actually be able to do and accomplish with your life. So by having that kind of money, you would have the freedom to do, I mean, you could do good, you can do bad. Like, there's lots of things you can do with it, right? imagine the types of organizations you can create, some like nonprofit organizations that have a specific philanthropic goal or whatever, right? Or you want to build this company that, invents this whole new way of doing, I don't know, whatever, right? Like just think about what your passions are and where you think the world could be made better. And you can just try to make it that way through, entrepreneurship and through building a business and providing value to people, through that, right? I kind of like Elon Musk-ish, I guess, in a way that he's trying to innovate things in terms of making the world a better place. I mean, that's kind of his goal, his objective, whether he's succeeding or not, and it's depending on your own opinion or whatever. But, he's out there trying to, send humans to the moon or to Mars or whatever, right? And electric cars and all that kind of stuff, right? So you can have fun with that, with all that kind of money. Yeah, 100%. Rich, like money doesn't make you happy. Absolutely. It's an ends to a means for like the thing that it does for you, it makes you not have to worry about things like food and shelter and all that stuff that people that don't have money have to worry about. But once your basic needs are met, yeah, you're not going to find happiness in money. You're not going to find happiness in consumerism. That kind of stuff is not good for the soul. It's not, you got to find your purpose. And I talk a lot about this in my videos. Well, sometimes I guess when I'm rambling, I guess like even today is, even though I have this goal of getting to $1 million, it's not really like, I don't care about getting that money. It's just a metric that sounds nice. And, people can see it's like, okay, you kind of get the picture of what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, it's really trying to find the purpose in life and trying to find something that I can wake up every morning and be fulfilled in what I do, and knowing that I'm doing what I can to provide something to the world and providing some kind of value that makes me feel like I'm doing something that's worthwhile. So, and that's where that happiness comes in. If you can even really truly be happy, like even the whole pursuit of happiness can be like, okay, well, I think it almost should be looked at as the pursuit of purpose and the pursuit of, just, I don't know, trying to leave the mark on the world and trying to make the world a better place. Anyways, that's a lot to go off, but he has much fun with 200 billion. Is that what he's worth now? I don't even know what his worth is. Because it's all like, it's not even like money wise. It's just a bunch of weird things. So I'm planning to make a history channel with my Alluri channel. There's a comment again. Like just talking about history or just analyzing history. I mean, there's lots that can be done there. It's a pretty broad topic, but also an interesting one though. History, I mean, like history is so important, and it's like that cliche thing of those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. And it just seems as if humans continually go on these cycles for, hundreds and hundreds of years and thousands of years where we make the same mistakes over and over again. And people forget things. And it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that even the history of, even not too long ago, if you look at even over the past 100 years, maybe even more now, of the 2 world wars and the Great Depression and all these things, a lot of people don't know any of that history. So it's too bad. Anyways, I just want to make things complicated. Oh man. Okay. All right. So let's get going here with for it to sound smart. Yeah. Just make it super complicated. Yeah, just say a bunch of big words and stuff, and then it sounds intellectual. Okay. I know. I got it. Okay. So, number of columns. So, well, not 2 columns. I guess we have 1 column. 2 columns. 3 columns, if I could spell correctly. Actually, we got to stop. Hang on, stop, hold the phone right off the bat. We need to insert this guy. Right. Hang on, just got to fix this here. Right, back to layers. Right, delete. Copy, paste, paste, paste. Two columns, 3 columns, 4 columns. That's all a number of columns that I have right now in terms of the designs that I've made. 5 and 6, I mean, those are pretty rare. So we're not going to worry about. Anyways, all this stuff is going to be generated dynamically anyways. So we don't have to stress too much about it right now. So let's just, as an example, we give this one, let's put that in the state of selected just to give it a little bit of a different look. And maybe this one here is just default, I guess. Let's go this one. No, this one and this one. We want to put a little bit more distance. There we go. Okay, let's put this in group. So let's say all layout options, right? Okay. What do we do with these? Do we make them all? Okay, hang on. Filter container. Actually, yeah, let's all filter layout options. Right, let's put this also in another frame. Filter container. And we're going to give this one a background of white. And I know exactly what the border should be around here, but let's give this a 5 and let's give it an outside stroke. Again, just for consistency here. Right, something like this. So can we change these guys to, instead of being a fixed width, can we just make it, I think we need it to hug its content. But this is also, there we go. I think I'm getting used to all the terminology now with all of Figma hugging and fills and whatnot. But this one, we don't want this one to wrap. We want this one to, how do we have it? Yeah, that's the button. I don't know what this is called. Auto width, okay. And then we can go here. Then we could set the filter size or the spacing in between. Although there's an issue here. Why is this one? Am I missing something? Oh, this is fill as well. Okay, that's weird. This is this is fixed. Okay, well, we don't want that to be fixed either. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Right, so something like this. Does this make sense? So you click on filter, this thing drops down. And I feel like actually this filter should be off onto the far edge. Maybe even have it so that the filter button is on this side. You know, we line it up with the home icon. And then maybe this thing, you know, maybe this expands this whole way, because we're going to have more stuff too, right? Something like this. But of course the position itself will be like, it'll be static. Or let me rephrase that. It should be absolute, so it's going to go over top of the components. So you can just think of this when you're on here. There's this filter button. You click it, it'll just drop down and cover, you know, these components here, right? So that's the idea behind that. So we have that. But now we also need to be able to filter by like what it actually contains, right? And that one will be, well, let's throw in, oh, we need something like this. So let's copy this, copy that, and paste it. So this one will be, oh, I don't even know what to call it. Let's just call it element for now. Is that even the right word? Like element? I mean, yeah, I guess, whatever. So, in this one, we're just gonna, again, let's go here. Let's go in there, and we're gonna insert one of these. How do you come up with all the good ideas? I don't know. Is this a good idea? This is just me. This is just kind of me. I'm just brainstorming here what to do. Normally what I would do when I'm brainstorming like this, I would brainstorm with pen and paper. And I think I need to get like an actual tablet that I can draw on, maybe like a Wacom tablet. And then I could share my screen and I could do like drawing, because I could just do this way faster than trying to, you know, mess around with Figma here. But if this is a good idea, then number one, thank you. But number two, I don't know, maybe I've just been doing this for so long that it's just like, this is just kind of the first thing that kind of pops into my head. Maybe you get used to, if you've been designing interfaces and designing applications and you've also been using them, you kind of know what works and what feels good, right? And you don't want to reinvent the wheel, because what people are used to is just what people are used to, right? So just keep it simple and just kind of go with your gut or, you know, what you've experienced. So yeah, maybe just comes from experience, I guess. Yeah. So for this guy, basically we'll go, you know, like if it has a button, let's duplicate this. Well, what did I say? Icon, images, video, right. Icon. Images. Or just maybe an image. And what we want to do with this one, we're going to put this in its own Shift A. We're going to put it in its own frame. We're going to call this, I don't know what we should call this. It's not elements. I know there's a word for it. It's totally escaping me right now. A word for everything that, like for these, like buttons and, it's not components, but maybe it is just elements. I don't know. I think that's what Webflow calls them. So I don't know. So just say all elements. Sorry, I know the Figma UI is pretty small here. I don't know how to make it bigger. So just have to bear with me on it. Okay. So I want to make this, how can I make this into, this is one thing I don't know how to do well or at all in Figma, is instead of making this a long list, how can I make this into like a grid? What is this material design stuff? What does that do? Oh, that's not what I want. I thought there's a, oh, add a grid? No, that's not what I want. Auto layout, yeah, auto layout and play with the breaking / wrapping. Auto layout, play with the breaking, so horizontal layout. Ooh, okay. But then we do want it to, right, we want it to wrap. Right. But this is, see, this is where, so this is breaking nicely, but the spacing is off. Like this button and icon, you want it to be this, you want it to be consistent. Anyways, well, let's, yeah, I think that's around where we go. So you sent like a super long message and it didn't arrive. Was it in here? I think there's a limit to how many characters you can have in a chat message. So yeah, maybe try not to have like really long chat messages. Cause yeah, I think if you lose it, then you lose it, which sucks. So I'm sorry about that. Now you may want to try wrapping each in a fixed size frame. Well, that's what I was thinking about. That's like the easy way of just wrapping like 3, 3, 3 in a frame. Then that could have it done really easily. But if you're thinking of wanting to have something more dynamic so that I could, like, it could just be variable and you could just change how many are in like the columns and then the rows as well. I mean, that would be really nice. Let's see, let's create all of them first and then let's see what we can do to maybe change it. Because maybe what we can do is just have each checkbox to be like a set width and they're all the same width. So that way when it expands or collapses, it's going to be the spacing is always going to be the same. I don't know. Buttons, icon, image, video. What if it has an eyebrow? That's a new one. I'm like obsessed with that term now. I've just been doing just doing all the layout components and just designing them. I'm just like, ooh, eyebrow. It's just, I don't know. It's like something that's new. Oh, I can see right now these things are messing up here. Okay. Eyebrow. Let's see, form. We can have a slider. We can have, what is this? They have tab or tabs. Maybe tabs, because one tab would be kind of stupid. Like 6 or 7 days ago or 8, I said, I'll upload a video on your channel. And you said, did I say I was check it out and I didn't check it out? It's probably true because I know I have been so busy. I haven't checked out your channel. So my apologies about that. If you're waiting on me to check something out. Oh, right. That you hope that it gets 2,000 views and it got 1.4 views. Right. I remember that. That you hope, yeah. So that's close. 1.4 view. I mean, that's more than I'm getting. So that's awesome. There's plenty of time for it to get to 2,000 as well. It ain't over till it's over. Forum videos slider. What other elements? Yeah, 5 days ago. Like 5 days had 1.4K views in 5 days. That's really good. That's really good. That's awesome. Good job. Okay, what other elements do we have? Yeah, no, it's not right. Hey, it's all nothing wrong with being proud of the stuff that you've accomplished for sure. What's your? I'm trying to find your channel. Can you send me like what's your at handle? Because there's a Leo Bricks here, but it's not looking like it's you. It looks like it's somebody else, like another Leo Bricks that does stop motion animation. Oh, okay, so that's on now. Okay, all right, let's take a look. But that's not your Bricks channel, though. Yeah, send me. Yeah, what's your channel that you just did the video that has 1.4K views? Because I see your screen name. I'm putting it in. It's like not coming up for me. Or at least I don't think it is, anyways. All right. Well, okay. Let's think. What else? Whoops. Okay. Let me just zoom in that much. What else can we filter by? Buttons, icons, images, forms, tabs, slider. I'm trying to think. What else can we do? Like input fields? Yeah, that's kind of silly. I could say subscribe forms, but that's kind of just like a form as well. I can't think of anything else right now. Can you guys think of anything? Like a tooltip? You can see some stuff that are in AI or AI that are in UI. That could be something that you might want to filter out with, because that's all in the one big banner of application UI. So that could be something. The alias is Alluri. With the dot. Yeah, okay. I'll try to find it. I'll try to look for it. If anything, if I can't find it, you just send me the actual YouTube link to your to your channel. Okay. All right. Let's just assume this is it. At least this is enough for now, anyways. So let's just play around with this here. And right, so I think what we'd have to do is probably have to set, well, we don't want it mixed. you know, set it to, yeah, whatever, something like this. What if we set it to 100? That looks good. Good hug on that side. Actually, I think we can even hug it. Oh, no, that's not going to work. What if instead of we did that? No, that's not going to work either. I think we just have to set it to a specific fixed width. And by the way, I may have 1,000 views on one video, but I do not have 1,000 hours of watch time. I only have 50 this year or so. Yeah, I mean, watch time is, that's probably the hardest thing to get. At least it is for me. It's getting people to like watch your videos and have like 4,000 watch hours to get to that YouTube partner status or whatever. That's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, I may have 1K views on one video by average. Yeah. You have one. I have about 1,500 watch hours this year so far. So yeah, getting there. No need to apologize at all. For what? All right. So we have. Oh, you thought the long message wouldn't arrive, but it did. Maybe it just took its time. Yeah, no worries at all. Okay. Then we have the last thing. Well, not the last thing, but well, it would be. But like functionality. So I think this is where it would be nice to have just some toggles, which would be really, really easy. Like whether it has interactions and whether it has attributes and whether it's free or not. So how could we do that? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to make a pill. Now, did we do instruction components? There's nothing here. Oh, I know we have it somewhere. I'm pretty sure we must have made it somewhere. But maybe we didn't. Yeah, I don't see it. What's this? What's in here? Oh, there's some stuff in here. Oh, hang on. Let's take a look at this. We got a toggle here. Aha, we do have toggle. I knew I made it somewhere. Okay, so let's copy this one. And let's put this up with the other ones. Aha. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go here. And let's take a look at our toggle. Let's get a toggle in there. Okay. So what's going to be the best way to manage this toggle? So we want to have like contains interactions. So should we do it with a title? Where's the title? Let's just copy that. has interactions. So we have that. Do we do it like this? You love the layout? Thanks. Appreciate that. We're going to see what we can do to maybe, well, we're definitely going to need to clean it up because it's still pretty messy right now, but it's coming along. So if we go Shift A, let's put this, and say toggle choice. Do another one. This one is going to be has attributes, and the last one is only free components. If we make these all, well, I think toggles, and let's make these ones full width. But then we also want to make it fill the container. There we go. Whoop, that's not what we wanted to move. No, this doesn't look right. Something like this. Again, I'm just kind of spitballing here, right? Toggle state. Let's put it on. I don't know if that makes sense to be there or if it should be kind of on the bottom. I feel like it's still a little bit too messy. Like, okay, again, we had, yeah, we almost like filtering by element and then filtering by layout. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. Whoop. And then filter by functionality. Those are like three different things. I feel like we should have like headers for those. So even this one, like if we have another text, we'll just go like layout. And this will be like a main header. So that maybe we make it this a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. I don't know if we bold it. I don't have lots of things bolded here, but yeah, maybe just semi-bold is fine. Oh God, we got lots of things here in an auto layout that maybe shouldn't be, but Okay. Like almost. I feel almost like the way that these columns are different widths. I wonder if that's throwing me out. So if we take these ones and if we actually make them the same width. Okay, well, not 300, but no, that's going to look stupid too. You know what? We don't need to. I think we're repeating maybe. Repeating words, right? If it's image and video, then we could just go like align left, right? Align center. Align right. And then the same thing here is we'll have text and then align right. And then I think we could just get by with just saying columns. Yeah. Okay, we're still, might want to just do hug. If we do hug again, so this guy needs to go to hug as well. What's happening here? Yeah. Sorry, there's just some issue here with the alignment. Oh, fixed. Here, this is the problem. Oh, no. There we go. So we can put that there. So this is layout. Let's copy. So we have text. I like that. Images and video, and then columns. And let's just put that in a group for now. What's Control G? Yep. And then I actually want to copy that. And this is going to say maybe just elements. And put that in a group as well. What just happened there? Oh, right, because this, okay. So let's try this here. And maybe quite a bit of distance between these two. Well, this one. This one's a little bit weird because it doesn't have the subtitles. as this one. Well, subheadings, I guess you can say. Let me change this into a frame. Because I want much more space. Yeah. And this one as well. No, you're not in there, but you're going to be in here. And this one, more space as well too. There we go. That makes it look much, much better. In fact, for this one, can we space them out like this? If that's hug, oh, it's got to be fixed. Okay. Okay. Let's bring this down. And then, whoops. I don't know where this stuff sits. Not too much. Okay, well, I like this. I like where you have the layouts, then you have the elements. So that works nicely. But there's these other things here with the interactions, attributes, and if it's a free component, where should those go? Maybe instead of having toggles, we'll just have them as selection items. Or yeah, we'll have them as a select items under a third category. What I mean by that is let's just get another frame here. And oh boy. Okay, this is going to be a little bit messy here. So this one is fixed. Hang on. Let's yeah, that's fine. 51. Maybe we can do 48. Now this one here is going to be whatever those need to be. Okay. I think with this, maybe we can make it wrap just so we can see things a little bit more clearly. I don't know what to call this one. Miscellaneous. I don't even know how to spell miscellaneous. How the hell do you spell it? It's not going to be miscellaneous, but like has interactions. Okay, hang on. I need to do some cleaning up here. Maybe these are going to be twice the size. Has interactions, has attributes, right? Fin suite attributes, and then only free components. I think that this will look a lot cleaner. And I think these checkboxes, we don't want them to be a fixed size. I think we want them to just hug their actual size, and then we could add the appropriate amount of space in between. Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Let's hide this. This space here is quite a bit. Can we lower that a little? Maybe 24? Ooh, that's too much. 16 times 3, 48. Hey guys, say something. Oh, just other people in the stream. Yeah, well, you know, some people just like to watch in the shadows in the background, which is totally cool. I'm totally fine with that. I can see too, because when people are doing live streams, especially when it's coding or building or whatever, that you just kind of have it in the background while you're doing your own work, which is totally cool. And then you're in your zone or whatever as well, and then you don't have time to chat or whatever, and which is totally fine. Again, as we keep going, we're going to keep going, and we're going to grow, and we're going to build, and then we're going to get more and more people watching the live streams. And then it'll over time, it'll get chattier and chattier. There's some days too where the chat's like so busy too, where it's like I have a hard time getting work done, which is also fun. Yeah, working on a sweet Excel sheet while listening, watching Todoom. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Excel. Are you actually using Excel or using like Google Sheets? Or maybe the open office version, so we can say to hell with Bill Gates. But either way, Excel can be really fun too, especially when you get into really cool like expressions, and there's some really powerful stuff that you can do in Excel. Sorry, I'm going totally off on a tangent here. Excel for work, yeah. I mean, I bought the whole Microsoft suite just to get away from Google Sheets. I mean, I don't know if I'd be that strongly in all caps never use Google Sheets, but yeah, I don't like Google at all. But I will say it is nice if you are using the whole Google Suite infrastructure for work. When there's search functionality, of course, Google they know search so well. So when you're searching for things, especially if you can't remember what the title is or whatever, it actually searches inside your documents. And I've used the Office 365 suite and all that kind of stuff, and it's not as good. And yeah. But Excel, Word, you can't beat that for word processing and spreadsheeting. Okay. So I think we have this. I think this is pretty good. Is this a first try kind of decent layout for a filter? Other than, of course, we need to find a better name for this miscellaneous thing. It should be, well, I don't know what it should be, but we'll figure out what it should be. Whoops. But I think this is looking pretty good. Let's close this. Make it a little bit more kind of what it should be. I don't know, something like that. Might be some spacing issues here with how the columns are fitting or what have you, but I like that. Layout on one side, elements on the other side, and everything else kind of at the bottom. And a lot of these things too this attributes with FinSuite, we don't even have any. No, we don't yet, but we will eventually have components that have the attributes already built in. Whether that's like a pre-built filter would be really, really kind of cool, mixed in with like a CMS. That would be really, really awesome. So you can get going on just have a project that's like basically ready to go. That would be super, super cool. Oh, wait, that's gonna have to be a template though. That's not gonna be a component, because if you're copying a component, you can't copy collection stuff, right? It's gonna have to be an actual project. So, but I guess you could do attributes for other things too, whether it's just showing numbers or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, but this filter capability is also going to be when you're filtering through templates as well too. So there you go. So that's going to be good to have. All right. So I'd like this. I guess we'll sleep on it. We'll see if we really, really like it. I don't like the look of the button, and I hate the word filter. Maybe we'll have an icon. No, I think we'll need to have the word filter. Maybe filter with an icon. I don't know, whatever. Those are little details. But everything else is good. What we're going to need to do now, of course, is we're going to have to go into our database, and we're going to have to make sure all of our components, like we're going to be able to filter by them. So we're probably going to have to add in a bunch of different fields here for us to be able to sort by, right? You know, yeah. Some fields might be referencing another collection, or others might be, yeah, I wonder. I guess it wouldn't make sense to, here's an example. Let me just thinking out loud. We're probably going to solve this tomorrow. But all these different elements, like if it has a button, icon, image, video, I have two images here, eyebrow, form, slider, tab, whatever, that should probably be in its own collection of, you know, like component category. Where's the database? Right, so we'll do another component. We already have component categories, but component elements or whatever we're going to call it. And then whenever you're on a component, there's going to be a field in here that just reference it, and I guess it'll be a multi-reference field where whatever it contains, it's going to be there, right? And yeah, we'll just update the database to contain all the stuff it needs to contain in order to be able to filter. And things like the has interactions, and is freemium, those are we already have these switches, which we're already going to be able to filter on. So that's going to be pretty straightforward. So I'll filter whether it's true or false. Yeah. So I think, I think this is a good place. I think we're in a good place for this one. Let's just select a couple here just to give it a little bit of a look here. Yeah. The layout's there. I'm not sure exactly. This whole miscellaneous and these buttons here, not quite sure, but it's decent. I think just the way that this columns here is sticking out more, and it's giving it too much white space here. I think that's kind of my problem. So maybe this 2 columns will go like this. I'll extend this into a 2-column layout as opposed to 4. Or maybe it'll be a 3-column layout if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6 columns. But again, that's going to be dependent on what we actually have in the database. Yeah, and like these columns and this text align and this image and video, these are going to be their own, like all of these ones need to be their own line item within a collection. And whether that line item is something that is referencing another collection or it's just something that's, I think we could probably just make do with a radio for some of them, or a selection within the component collection instead of creating a reference link. I think that'll be good. Am I making any sense? I don't think that sentence made any sense. Let me think about this. Okay, so yeah, when you're adding a field here, you can add, it's not a radio, but it's a option. That's the word I'm looking for. So we can have an option menu here where is this left aligned, right aligned, or center aligned for the text, and have another reference option field, or another option field, not a reference one, just a regular option field for the video, and then another one for the number of columns. And then we could just select them again whenever we're making a new component. No need to create a new reference, like a reference CMS collection just for that, because they're not going to change. It's going to be that static number, and then like that's it, right? So exit without saving. As opposed to the type of elements, we might be adding new as we go along, and we don't want to have to go to every single. We just don't want to have to change the options for all the other. Anyways, it's just better if it's in a reference collection, if you know that it's going to be updating every once in a while. Okay, now that I'm mumbling, I think that's going to be it for today. Yeah, I think we're good. We are good. All right. Kevin, Leo, thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Much appreciated. Good luck on your videos, Leo. And I don't have a link. If you can, like, if you have I think you have my email. Send me an email to your other channel, just so I can see, because I still haven't found it yet. So I'd like to see your kind of like your your Lego video. So that'd be really, really cool. And Kevin, have fun at work. Hopefully your spreadsheeting goes okay and it's not too painful for you. All right, guys, that's it for me, and we'll be back tomorrow, as always. Just click on your logo. I can't click on it here. Oh, maybe I can over here. Oh, go to channel. Look at that. Yes, I can. I lied. Well, I didn't lie. I didn't. Okay, it's because of the dot. Okay, I see. I found other Alluries. That's why, because with the dot. That's why you put it in there. Okay, I'm a little slow sometimes, but I figured it out. Okay, awesome. Lego Bugatti. That's actually pretty sweet. My kids will actually like this because they love Lego. Actually, I have Legos too. I have the whole DeLorean. I love Legos. Anyways, we'll talk Lego at some other point, I'm sure. Anyways, all right, guys, that's it for me. Have a great day, great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.